Hi. I am back to shooting after quarantine. San Francisco, you're allowed to do photo shoots now. Within certain restrict if you are an outdoor photography or outdoor business before March 16th, you are able to do photo shoots now. So I just wanted to give you some mistakes that I did that I want you to avoid when going back to shooting after quarantine because things are so different. And I didn't realize these things. So here they are. First, not having a permission letter. So far, I have not had to use it, but it's super, super comforting and helpful to have an email from the mayor's office or the health department if you have it in your area. So it's super easy. You just email the mayor's office. In my case, another photographer in the area did, and that was really, really helpful. But you just ask, like, hey, under the new ordinance, in a much more professional way, you wouldn't say hey, but under the new ordinance, am I able to resume my outdoor photography business? Read your ordinance language a little bit, but even if you don't, you can just ask that simple question. In San Francisco, outdoor businesses are permitted now, and they did write back if you were primarily an outdoor business before March 16th. That's when the shelter in place happened. Um, then you are allowed. And just having that email quickly to show is super helpful. So just, and it's just comforting too. And you can tell your clients, hey, I have an email, I'm good to go. So do that real quick. They have been very responsive in my area, not just San Francisco, but like all the other counties. If you are in San Francisco or a nearby area, let me know. I might have like a copy of an email like that for you. Um, so second thing is not preparing it enough. It's not like riding a bike. That's why I have that little bike image. I thought, I've done this so many times. I'm gonna be fine. But like once I got there, I like blanked out on poses a lot because it had been like I think a month and a half, 2 months. So be like just kind of go over your poses that you usually do, or add some new ones. Unscripted is one of my favorite apps for that. I will link to that in my posts and notes, but it's good to just kind of go over, visualize what the session is going to be like, just as a reminder and refresher. And I'm sure you're more than ready to go back out there, so you might be inspired to do something new and fun. So just take the notes on those. Third thing is not preparing my client enough. So I, sent them my regular preparation, but there are things that you want to prepare your clients for. Like the fact that, I will be wearing a mask or, all the precautions you're taking. Plus, I used to be hands-on, like I used to carry my clients' stuff. I used to maybe adjust their poses a little. And I just wanted to give, it's a good idea to give your client, even if it's not a prep email, when you get there, just like, hey, I'm usually more hands on, but I am not able to, so bear with me. I'm like a yoga instructor now versus, because yoga instructors, you kind of have to like guide them through poses. So I'm gonna try to my best to guide you through my poses, just to let you know. And I also cannot carry your stuff, that kind of stuff. So that might be good to have in a prep email beforehand. Like, bring as little as possible because I usually carry your stuff for you, but I'm unable to. Especially men, their pockets, they tend to put a lot of stuff in. So maybe they can just bring a simple bag to stuff everything in. Um, so that is something I didn't do, and I hope to tell your clients that. And the next thing is not asking for your client's preferences. The first one was super awkward because the entire time, even though I was like 10 feet away, I was just like, I wasn't sure if they were comfortable, even if I like lifted down my mask a little bit to tell them because they couldn't hear me through my mask and my camera in front of me. So I think it would have cleared the air a lot more if in the beginning I just asked them like, hey, what are your preferences? I will be staying far away from you. If you can't hear me, is it okay if I, brought down my mask a little? And I know if I would have asked that, they would have been like, Emily, yeah, go for it. But I was too self-conscious. So just in the beginning, just kind of, break the ice and be like, okay, this is such weird times. And I thought I would never ask you, but, what are your like, what are you comfortable with kind of thing? Like, I will stay far away. Like, those are things that are necessary, but beyond that, like, do they want more protection, less? Just ask them and the entire session will go much smoother after that. And finally, um, add stuff to your packing list that you usually use. So, I had my standard packing list of like extra batteries, camera, lenses, blah blah blah. But to that, definitely add mask or two, just in case. And gloves are super handy, especially when I do elopements. Like, I want to do ring shots. I ask them to place their ring, and then I grab it with my gloves. So I was super thankful I had that. I would have never thought to bring gloves to a session, and also hand sanitizer and wipes. Those things, it's just professional that you have them now to show that you have them, or just at least like, you don't even have to announce you're using it, but just like put it on before a session probably makes them a lot more comfortable. So yeah, those are the 5 things that I learned to go when you're going back to shooting after quarantine. But besides that, have fun. It felt so good to go back out there. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Hello at emilyjenks.com. Website is emilyjenks.com. And you can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Emily Jenks Photography. I'm usually pretty quick to respond. So yeah, have fun. I hope this was helpful and you can learn from my mistakes.